Hey guys, it's Wyatt with Outdoor Van Ventures, and today we're going to be showing you all the features and rundown on how to operate everything on our 2023 Thor scope, also nicknamed Mountain Quest. And yeah, let's get to it. Alrighty, so we're going to start with this side of the van here. There's really not too much. We got two 110 plugins. To get power to those, you'll either need the generator running or the inverter on, and I'll show you guys that a little later. Coming around back, if you guys do opt in for the bike rack, I'll show you how to run that. First things first, unscrew this right here. This will fold down. Make sure these are unclamped here. Those will wrap around there. Do both sides. Just for demonstration, I won't clamp both sides. Then for whatever bike size you have, this will adjust. Pull this goes around your wheel, front and back. These two here, this is for the far out one. This will clamp to your top tube. And yeah, and for when you are in a parking lot and you don't want it stolen, we got here key. So we can lock it. Oh, wrong key. And then it'll just spin freely. It's not going to totally lock the clamp, but it just won't spin. There we go. And then we'll fold this back up. Clamp this back down. Make sure these are in. And another good point here I want to show you guys, just so you know, underneath here, the generator is right here. And when you guys come and look at the van, it's really good to notice that the generator does hang lower than most things under here. So you want to keep that in mind for any big curbs or anything you don't want the generator hitting. All right, and coming around this side, this is where most everything is. So first things first, if you want to fill up the water, you only need to do this if you're not hooked up to city water. In most cases, you probably won't even have to do this. Oh, sorry, still learning the keys. All right, that will just unscrew. And then you can fill it with the hose that will be included. Screw it back on once it's full. Yeah, and don't want to be driving around with a full tank either, so that's adjusted. It's unneeded weight of the tank. And then right here we got the sewer hose. This is just for gray water. This will just pull out. Show you guys how to operate this. Ooh. Come over here. Underneath here we got this cap here. Unscrew it. It's just a quarter turn. I like to set it on top here. Just get it out of the way. And then you'll take this end, get it on here, turn it clockwise, make sure it's locked in, pull this to wherever, drain, RV dump, whatever, pull it to where you need, and then pull this lever here. And then this lever right here, just pull it out, and that will dump all your gray water. And I'll show you. Put it in the back. Make sure you put the cap back on. Just fish this back in here. And I will include gloves for this process for dumping black and gray water. It'll just be a little more pleasant. And over here, we got our city water. I'll show you guys how to connect your city water if you're at a RV park. And yeah, so I'll show you. Come around back here. We'll need to get the hose. If you do have the bike rack, gotta watch your head on that. Come over here. Open this up. I just have everything stored in this one bin. Here's your hose. And then grab this right here. This is important. This is so all the water pipes inside do not get overpressurized. So certain RV parks do have high pressure, so this will just reduce the pressure down if need be. So first things first, let's just screw this on. Sure that's nice and snug. Connect to this end. Make sure your connections are nice and snug, not too tight, but snug. And then hook your water up to wherever you need it. So an important thing to note when you are done with your hose here, just make sure to get all the water out, let it drain out, and before storage, or else a bunch of water dumps in. We don't want that. And then we got here in this cabinet here, that will be for the toilet, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Otherwise, it's just those four things in this cabinet. And right here, we do have a nice little bug screen. It's magnetic down the center. If you do want to take it down, you just remove the Velcro all the way up, and I'll show you the whole removal process. You turn these little knobs here, and those will come undone. Just pull the Velcro all the way down. And there's that. And then I can show you how to install it again here. I like to start in the middle here, just a little easier, then you work your way out. Slide it on there and turn those clips. And get your Velcro here. To this side. And it is a little easier if you do it from the inside. And there you have it. Moving down the line here, we do have a nice little light here for when you show up in the dark or cleaning up in the dark. Try to turn that on. Come around back. See this light? Just press that. And then your light will be on. And then moving down the line here, this is the vent for the Truma furnace and water heater. You'll just want to be careful that when it's running, it doesn't get too hot, but just be safe and sorry. Don't get burnt. And then this right here is for an additional solar panel. And if your RV park does have a cable TV plug-in, there's that. And then next, we got the power. I'll show you how to do that. Come out back here again. Same storage area here. You got your black cable here. Grab this. So you want to grab your female end here. You'll see it is directional, so you want to make sure you line these up. Kind of a little bit of an angle here. And then twist. Turn this. And then plug this end into your plug-in. And if there is not 30 amp, we do have an adapter here. So you can plug into 110. I don't have it now, but there will be a surge protector included, which you will have to use just to keep from hurting any electronics in case there's a power surge. And to unscrew it, you just unscrew that, turn back counterclockwise, and pull out. Flip that down. Put your cable away. Next, we have our propane here. If you go to light the stove or furnace and you wonder why it's not lighting, you'll want to come out back here, flip that. When the light's on, that means you got gas. And then to fill this, you'll just go to any gas station or RV park and they'll be able to fill that for you. Just through that right there. Make sure that's closed up nice and tight. So I'll leave that on. I will show you the rest of the features in the back here. So we have this hose here, which will be stored in that bin there. If you want to spray off some shoes, anything, you know, your bike, whatever it be. You want to come over here, flip this, plug that in, just clicks in there like that. And then you can turn the water pump on from here. You will hear the water pump kick on, then you'll have water. Gotta wait. There you go. So when you are done with this, you just want to flip your water pump off and then release the pressure, or else when you disconnect it, it'll spray. It's a little faster if you do on that. All right, release most of the pressure. Go over here, unhook that. And then this is really important here. Just flip this like this and then pull the lever. It lets all the water out so that when you stow it away, it doesn't dump all the water into the cabinet. Once you got all the water out, give it a shake. And then you can stow this back away. Just kind of tuck it in here. Oh, we do have still a little more water. And then you do have another 110 plug. And then 12 volt plug-in. All 110 plugs, you'll need either the generator or inverter going. 12 volt plugs just runs off 12 volts, so it will be on anytime. And then you do have a little storage here. Not much, but store little things. And we'll go inside now. All right, so these two cabinets here, you won't have to open them, but I will show you what's in them. Right in that far spot, we have our water pump. There's our water filter. This is all water that goes through this is filtered, so that's nice. Open up this side. Here's all the electrical. We got a little fuse panel here. Here's our 1000-watt inverter. And then this does have a solar panel on the top. So when our 12-volt power is on, it will be charging from the sun. So just another way to get some more power. All right, moving to the inside here. Slide that all the way open. Right here we have our 12-volt disconnect. Turn that up is off. That disconnects all the 12-volt power in the van. So if you're wondering why the refrigerator, the lights won't turn on, you just turn this to on, and that will give you power. Right here, coming inside, here's our fire extinguisher. Right there. Pull this clip. That will come out. Oh, that's not supposed to do that. All right, so walking into the van here, we'll show you this screen here. This is where you will control most everything in the van. Usually it won't be on this screen here, but if it is, you don't have to worry about any of these other icons. All you got to do is press this orange one here with the van in it. This will bring you to the main screen. This is the home screen. Just tells you your the important stuff. Got your freshwater tank on the left, gray water tank on the right. You can turn on your lights through this screen. Turn them on like that. Some of them are dimmable. Got a few different lights here. Outside light, puddle light, awning light. This is a nice one here. Got our front accent light here. And then if you don't want to go to the screen, there are some quick hard buttons here. Got 1, 2 is for under. The lightning bolt. This will show you your batteries. Typically, if your batteries are getting low, it'll have a little icon there telling you need to charge them up. You got your coach. Coach will be your the rear batteries here, and then the chassis. That's your battery for the engine. And then you got your LP tank here. That's liquid propane. So if you do want to get a little more technical with the van, with the generator here, we do have, you just want to make sure you're on battery levels here. This is automatic generator system. So if you want the generator to start at a certain time, if your batteries are getting low, you can adjust those there. If you do want to set a run time limit, you can set that there, minimum 10 minutes. You can adjust these, max how long you want the generator to run. Then if there is a quiet time in the RV park or wherever you're at, you can turn that on or off here. You can have a start in the morning. You do want it to start at a certain time, and if you can set it to the time limit, usually it's 10 a.m., but it can be whatever. And then to go back, you just press. So to enable the automatic generator, you'll just go over here. You want to read that. Make sure you're not in an enclosed or unventilated area. Swipe that. Now the generator will turn on when you set it to. We'll turn that off. So to start the generator, you just press this button. I hold it for a little bit. And then top right, it'll say starting. Wait for that to start. There it is. That's running. And that will enable you to be able to use all your 110 plugins. AC, you'll charge the batteries. Yeah. For now, we will stop that. You just hold it. We'll say stopping, and you'll hear it shut off. All right. And we'll move down here. So we have 2 vents here. One in the kitchen. Oh. That'll turn on your kitchen fan. You can turn on your bathroom fan. So we will move on to the sky bunk, quite possibly the most exciting part about this van. We'll come back here, Get the ladder. This is where we like to store it. Fold this out. Make sure it's locked out. Then we have two hooks here. One here and one here. Make sure they're both hooked on. Then you flip these to lock it. Just like that. And then you'll have to unbuckle these two right here. Unbuckle that. Unbuckle this side. And this is where you are able to push it up now. So you just have to press this button here and you'll hear it unlock. I like to do one side at a time. And then if you're short like me, you have to use the ladder to push it up. Just like that. And it will pop open. If you come up here, you do have your night lights. You just turn those on with the little button. Just like that. You do have some 12-volt plugins here. And if it is getting a little chilly, you can use these. You just undo these here. Roll it up. That's that. Then you can access the skylight here when the sky bunk is down too, but I'll just show you while I'm up here. To open it up, you press this button just like that, and this will pop open. You'll see all your different levels here. You can open it up, pull it up. Here's your first level. Oh. Second. Then if you want it to open all the way, you can have it just like that. And obviously, you'll want to shut it if it is getting super windy or raining. And just like that, then you want to make sure you push it up and it locks. And then when you do have it open, you have a bug screen here. These do get a little bit sticky, but that's normal. Just push those closed. And then if you're trying to take a nap or want to get rid of some light, there's that on each side. Just like that. This is a queen size up here. We will include the linens for you to put on. These side flaps are the same as I just showed you up front here. Yeah, and you just want to be careful getting in and out of here. It is a ladder, so you do want to make sure you have a good place to grab. Try not to grab, the night light or any outlets. Just grab a good solid place. Climb up. And when it comes time to driving or putting the sky bunk away, just come up here, grab both these handles, pull them down evenly. And then you want to listen for the click. You want to give it a good pull. And then to test, see, this side's locked, but this side's not. So you want to give it a good pull. There you go. It's locked. Give it a good push. Make sure it's all locked up. And then clip your clips back in here. This just kind of holds everything together. That's that. And then coming up here, we do have some storage here. First aid kit. And I'll show you guys how to, we do have shades for each window. This is your front window. Show you that. And then in the bag here, we do have shades that are magnetic for each window. Show you those. Here's the rod for the manual operation of the awning, just in case power goes out or something faulty with the awning for some reason. And we do have a compressor here, a little onboard portable compressor. If you ever need to fill up a tire on a bicycle, we do have this here. Have the connection. If you pull it out of the bag here, you will notice we have the 12-volt connection, just like I showed you in the back. There's the plug-in for this, or you can plug it in there. Just plug that in, and you'll have some air. And then there's your on button. compressor. Just like that. When it comes time to put the ladder away, you just spin these here, pull up, and push. Just be careful not to hit anything with it. Sometimes it is easier to open up the door. I'll give you a little more room. Just store this back here, lay that down like that. And then next, I will show you how to put your shades up here. It's easier. You just do it with your seats facing forward here. All right, so here we have the front window shade. This will help insulate the van too. Fold this out. You want to make sure you have this notch here. Then you can flip it either way. This side's reflective, this side's dark. Go like that. Push up. Make sure you're not caught on anything, and then flip your shades down like that. There's that. And then in the bag here, we do have some different shades, and it is good just to take them all out. Then you'll see they are specific to each window. Whereas these square ones, they will magnetize to the rear window, just to the metal. They have little magnets in each corner. There's 2 here for each window back there. You can close that one up. I'll show you how to do this front one here. This one right here is for this window here. You'll see by the shape of it, it is curved on one side. Just gotta come over here. It just attaches to any metal there. Just like that. And the magnets will attach. Same with the other side there. We do have 2 of those. And then we do have a shade for this window. This is one of the bigger windows. And then you have a Velcro strip there, and you have little Velcro attachments there. You can just attach that like that. Move it down a little bit. Just like that. And you have coverage. Just like that. And then when you are done, just make sure to fold them up and stow them back in the bag. All right, and then once it comes to driving the van, it is keyless entry, so you can just leave the key in your pocket. Come up here, press the brake pedal, start the van. All right, once the van's started, you do have wireless charging down here. Here's all your climate controls here. This button right here, this will lock and unlock the van. Up here, you can also control your climate right here. And then you will notice when you do, the parking brake will always be on until you press the gas pedal. So even with it in drive, the parking brake is on until you start to accelerate. There's that. And then over here, this is your parking brake. There. Turn it off like that. And then in case of emergency, let's say the van battery dies, you can press this. This will use the house batteries, the cabin batteries, to help start the van. And that's pretty much that for driving. It's pretty self-explanatory. All right, this van is equipped with keyless entry. If you have your key in your pocket, you come here, you can lock it like that. If it beeps, that locks it. Press this button, that unlocks it. Pretty simple. Once you got the generator running here, I'll show you how to run the AC. First things first, press the power button. Right there. And then this will adjust your set temp, up, down arrows, your desired temp. And then This will be your fan speed here. So the more blades, the higher the power. And then this first one here, that's automatic fan. And then this button here, you don't have to worry about that. You just want to make sure it shows the snowflake. That will mean AC. And then it'll take a little bit to get cold, but it doesn't take too long. There's our fire alarm. And then you'll notice in this van there's lots of windows. So we got here, this one doesn't open up, but it does have a shade. These are nice. All you got to do, pull them down, they'll lock. Pull them down again, they'll slide up. This side does open up. If you do want the bug screen, you leave this clipped, pull these together, pull back, your bug screen will pull out. And if you don't want the bug screen, you unclip this. You want to be careful with that. You don't want to let this thing snap back. Just leave it there. There you go. A few different options there. It'll lock open. And then there you go. I like to leave this clipped most of the time. Is that. Then we got this window here. Same thing. Pull these tabs together. Opens up. If you do see red, that means it's open. When that means it's closed there. Won't open up. Same thing. Bug screen. And then all the windows do have shade. That. All right, and then we'll move to the bathroom here. So this is a wet bath. So you have your shower, your toilet, which is removable, give you more space to shower. First, I will show you. This is the sink. When you have it running, just move this right here. Wash your hands. There's a drain back here, so all the water, when you do flip this up, will pour into there. There's that. Got your light switch here. And when you are showering, going to the bathroom, whatever, have your fan. And that is down there, you'll see. And then right here, just turn this on. Your drain will be in the corner here. There's that. And it might drip just for a little bit, just because there's water in there. Then you have your mirror. Just press that. You can store toothbrushes, all that. Make sure you press that. All right, and this one I know a lot of people have questions about. A lot of people will think it's intimidating. It is not. It's super easy. Anytime you're moving, you want to make sure this is strapped. You'll see here, we got hooks over here. You want to make sure that's hooked on there. It's all hooked up, and then when you want to undo it, you can take the strap out. Set that over here. All right. So to use the toilet here, you can move it to wherever you want. First things first, we want to make sure it has water in it. This will be your dial here. That will show you how much water you have in the tank. That's fresh water for flushing. And to fill it, I found easiest. You pull the little funnel from out back. Turn this right here. There's your fresh water. You can lock that in. There's little locks right there, so it'll lock in. You can fill it however way you want. I found easiest is just to use a shower. You just fill it like that. That's that. I don't like to leave it full. I'd say about half full would be best, just because when you're moving it around, it is heavy when it is full, so it just makes it a little lighter if you leave it empty. Store that funnel in the back. All right, so I'll show you how to use the toilet here. It's just like any other toilet. Got your lid. Got that. Oh. To fill the bowl up with water, you press this blue button here. That will dispense some water. To flush the toilet, come on the left side here. You have this lever. You pull the lever. That will open the flap. And then you can still dispense water down into there. And then to close it, you want to make sure after every use, you close this back up, just so you don't get any smell coming out. And then right below the flush lever here, we do have our toilet paper roll. That's there. And then I will show you how to empty this. A lot of people get intimidated by this, but it is super easy. It's clean, mess-free. I do like to just take it out. You do have a handle up here and a handle in the back. I like to just set it here, make it a little easier to take this top part off. You come out back here. I'll flip it around. This little lever right here, you pull that to the side, and then you just lift up. When you are doing this, you want to make sure your flap is closed here, your flush valve. You want to make sure that's closed. Pull it all the way back. Pull this, lift it up. I typically just set this part back in there. So then you take this. This will have all your waste in it. So then you can take this to any porta potty, dump station, whatever it is. Flip this out, unscrew this, and then you just dump. And then here's a little valve so that it lets air in. It'll just help it drain a little easier. Press that. Then if for whatever reason you just have a little excess water up there, you can turn this, that'll open it. And then screw this back on, flip that back over, come back in. Take your top tank here and then just set it directly on top. Oh, you'll hear it click down. And then right here's your indicator on how full your black tank is. That'll tell you whether or not it's full or not. And then I showed you guys earlier this. Typically you won't even have to deal with this, but if you are on a longer trip and you do empty it out a few times, after use, I like to just dump a little bit of this in there, just a little splash, just like that. And then you release it into the tank. And then I do like to leave a little water in there, just help dilute it a little bit. And that will just help break down any toilet paper and all that, and it does help with scent. And then when you are done, place this back in here, slide it all the way against the wall. Got your clip here, hook on each side. And you just wrap it around here. And clip, and then you can pull this tight, just like that. Here's your slide door. It does get a little stiff sometimes. That's just how it is. It is normal. Sometimes I like to use two hands to open it. It just helps distribute the weight a little bit. Close it. All right, so we're going to show you how to set up the dining and lounge area. First things first, we're going to spin the seats around. So you'll want to come here. There's a lever in the corner here. You just pull it out, spin it around. Sometimes you have to adjust the seat. Depends how your seat settings are. You might have to tip it forward with this lever or pull it forward, whether or not. But then you spin that around, and then same thing with this one. Pull that. You'll hear it click in. So then it's locked. You have those. And then you have your table here. I find it easiest, you just spin that. And then you can pull it off. And this folds up. It'll lock. And then you have two little pins here. Those pull out. Just like that. And then you have your table. There's that. And then to put it away, fold that up, push these all the way in. Sometimes you have to give them a little tap. And then to put the table away, you just have to come under here. You just lift the table up a little bit and then push this out just like that. And then it'll slide down. And you always want to make sure you pull this over. Just like that. And then spin this back over. And that will keep that secure in there. So we do have a microwave here, just like any typical microwave. To run it, generator has to be running or to be plugged in. More storage, plug in there. And then we do have some more storage under here. Got some games, dustpan. Here's your roasting sticks for around a campfire. And then I will show you next up here. So we have a 1000 watt inverter. So it will allow you to run small things, some blow dryers, a Keurig coffee maker. To turn it on, you just press that. You'll see the green button come on, and that will allow you to use all the 110 plugs. Shut that off. The green light will turn off. And this is your Truma water heater and furnace. How this works, you just tap that. It'll have two icons here. When it's flashing on the item, that is what it's on. So this will be your furnace. This will control the heat inside the fan. Then you click on it, you press this button, and you turn the dial to whatever you want, whatever desired heat you want. And then to confirm it, you just press it again. You'll see the flame up here. That means it's getting ready to ignite. Come over. This is your water heater. Typically, you can leave it in eco. That'll allow you just to leave it on while you're camping. But if you want to get a little boost of hot water, like if you're taking a shower or washing some dishes, come here, press on it. Boost will be what you want for dishes and shower. Hot, eco, then off. Then here's your fan speed for your furnace. Right now it's on eco. It's high. Those two. Then down here, you can have a time to set it to start at. So if you want your furnace to kick on a certain time, or hot water to start turning on in the morning, because it does take about 10 minutes to get hot water. You can set the time here. And that's that. It does take a little bit to ignite, so don't expect it to turn on instantly. You'll hear it switch on. The furnace is under here. You usually won't have to access in here, but just so you know, this is where it's stored. So if for some reason you're not getting power to the outdoor plugs or any of these other 110 plugs we have in here, these are GFCI, so you can reset it here forever. For whatever reason it gets tripped, you just come in here and reset it here. Move into our refrigerator here / freezer. This runs off 12 volt, so you don't have to worry about generator or any of that. If you do realize it's too cold or not cold enough, got your dial here. 0 would be off, 1 being not cold, and then 7 being the coldest. I like to leave it around 3, but you can adjust it how you want. There's your freezer. Got a little condensation tray here. This will need to be dumped every once in a while. We'll dump it right now. Just like that. Just a little bit of water. So moving to our burner here, we flip this up. That's that. To light it, you move it to light. Press the igniter button, and you can adjust it high, low, and you can do both of these. Just like that. Then when you're done, make sure you turn them both to off. Don't want propane leaking in here. And then this is important here. To pull this down, a lot of people will be like, why isn't this pulling down? You lift up on it and then pull down. Yeah. Moving to the sink here. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of water just from the water pump running. Pull that off. And then we'll turn our water pump on here. Actually, show you that. Just like that. Then here's all your storage. We do include seasonings, steak knives, forks, spoons. Moving down. Cleaner, just disinfectant wipes, dish soap, little brush. Just any kitchen utensils here. So then for storage, we do have all these cabinets here. You have a plug-in there, 12 volt. Here will be where most of your dishes will be. Bowls, all your pots and pans will be stored in here. Coming to the back, here will be any extras. We got toilet paper here. We got some rags. Then in case you do want to use some paper bowls or cups, we do include those. Plastic spoons and forks, just for certain occasions. Then we do have storage back here. Just open, plug in. Storage. So moving to more storage here. This one's a little bit hidden underneath this mattress here. You just pull up. Got a little bit of storage here. That's under there. So we'll show you the twin XL bed down here. It's really easy to set up. Most people will want to just leave it set up actually. But here's this. You just pull this out, pull it up, make sure it's all the way on here. You can pull your other mattress over and then put on the included linens there. And then to put the bed away, just put this mattress on top of there. Grab this. You want to lift a little bit, slide. And then we do have some reading lights here. So if in the middle of the night you don't want to turn on some bright lights, we have that. And when it comes to awning here, you'll see the screen. If it is black, you just gotta tap it. It wakes it up. Come over here, you press that button right there. It's like a little gear icon. Then you press extend. It'll come out. And when it's like that, you want to wait for it to extend all the way. All right, and once that's extended, you want to come under here. You pull this right here. You'll fold those out like that. Each leg, fold that out. This will pivot. You want to make sure your legs flat like that. Then you just want to push it up just a little bit. And then you fold these up just like that. These little levers will lock it once you push them up like that. Same with this side. You want to make sure they're fairly level. And then you just push it up a little bit. Fold that out. Push. You do want to be careful with these. These are plastic. Just want to make sure not to pry on them. If they don't want to push up, then maybe just adjust and push. And then there's the awning. And then same process, just in reverse to put it away. Pull the lever down. Pull these up over here. Make sure it's past this little notch right here. This will hold it in. You come over here and you just push it and it'll kind of lock in. Same here. Pull that in. Hold it in. Then you do always want to have the legs out just because of the weight of this thing. It can be like this for a little bit, but it's just always good to have the legs out. And you always want to make sure if it gets windy, you want to pull this in or else it can destroy the awning. That wouldn't be good. Okay, and then you come here, you just press retract. It'll sometimes, gotta press it twice. It'll automatically come in. And there you have it. All right, and that wraps up most everything on our tutorial here of our 2023 Thor scope. Excited for you guys to get out, try the Mountain Quest, get to use it. And if you do have any questions, feel free to contact me and I'll be sure to help you out. Thank you very much.